And welcome to the Finance Committee meeting of the Waterloo City Council. Roll call, please.
Mr. Jacobs?
Here.
Mr. Morrissey?
Here.
Mrs. Jewin?
Here. Motion to approve the agenda and minutes,
Motion to
please.
approve the agenda and the minutes of November 13, 2018 is proposed.
Second.
Oh, it's me. That's the Iowa State fight song to kick us off here. I'm sorry. Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried. Ask someone for the pre-authorizations, please.
Madam Chairperson,
Yes, sir.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the following pre-authorizations expending over $1,000. First is airport with the amount and estimated shipping handling of $1,000 for contract renewal with eLocal Link for airport video on city and ALO websites for the remainder of current fiscal year. Next is from the garage, amount and estimated shipping handling of $5,669.50 plus $800 shipping and handling for 50 cutting edge for rental graders. Next is for Mayor Quentin Hart with the amount and estimated shipping handling of $1,916 for Liv the Valley advertising. Next is a police department with the amount and estimated shipping handling of $18,500 plus $375 shipping and handling for purchase and install of 5 pole cameras. Next is the sanitation department with the amount and estimated shipping and handling of $5,437.91 for printing, folding, addressing, and postage for annual yard waste and recycling calendars. Next is the sewer department with amount and estimated shipping and handling $3,606.16 plus $200 shipping and handling for plug valves for the digester project. Next is the traffic department with the amount and estimated shipping and handling $16,620 plus $230 shipping and handling for 60 LED roadway lighting fixtures. Number 8 is from the traffic department as well with the amount and estimated shipping and handling of $1,698 for the DG3 yellow sheeting, blue and black film, 20 each of 24-inch by 12-inch by 18-inch by 6-inch aluminum sign blanks. And number 9 is from the traffic department with the amount and estimated shipping handling of $1,886.94 plus $200 shipping and handling for 1 Miller Bend 30-foot street light pole with 8-foot arm and LED lighting fixture.
Second.
Second. Discussion?
Madam Chairperson,
Yes, sir.
Major Leibold,
Yes, sir.
in regards to number 4, could you just explain exactly what a pole camera is and what they're used for?
Well, these particular pole cameras would be purchased by the Tri-County Drug Enforcement Task Force. They're utilized around the community for hotspot drug areas. They go up and down fairly regularly. If you ask me where the ones we have are now, I couldn't tell you. They move around pretty frequently. The ones we have now are probably almost 10 years old, and we can't get parts for them anymore. So in the process of upgrading, they figure they last about 5 to 7 years. So that's what they
These
are.
aren't new, these aren't for the new cameras. These are the existing cameras, right?
They're not automated traffic enforcement, if that's what you're asking me, no.
Right, thank you.
And you'd said that they're placed at different spots,
They move around the community, yes.
and I'm sure that's probably pretty, you don't want to let that out.
Right, we don't normally disclose where they are. They just get moved as we need them for trouble spot areas. And since they're Tri-County Drug Enforcement Task Force cameras, they're used for drug enforcement. They're moved around to narcotics areas.
And as far as civil liberties is concerned, I know one of the issues has always been if any cameras like this, public cameras, are directed at private residences. Is that the case, that these are directed at private residents at all?
No, they're normally directed to the street, the sidewalk, the area in front or a side of a private residence, but not into the residence, no.
Okay. And then the final thing, I just want to make a note that this is one of those things where where the racial equity and social justice toolkit would come in handy, and I would hope that maybe down the road it could be addressed through that when the Human Rights Commission gets it up and running.
Okay.
I just want to make that.
All right.
Okay.
And Mr. Schmidt?
Major, talking about the cameras, so are these involved at all with the previous conversation about working with Mid-America Energy in order to kind of cut the costs? Are these on temporary poles, or are these on poles we already have? What are we using for connections?
Mid-America Energy isn't a cooperative effort with us on these to
I'm
install.
sorry,
and
I
take
said
them down.
Mid-America Energy, I meant MediaCom. I'm sorry, MediaCom.
I know, as far as I know, MediaCom's not involved with this process. Mid-America does the work for us. They use their poles or whatever pole they need. They do the hookups. How that works, I don't know. I'm not an electrician, but they get them hooked up and running.
And so is the video stored on the camera, or is there a connection? Do you know?
No, there's a connection.
Okay.
It's
Through-
a cellular
Through Mid-America Energy,
through Verizon.
through Verizon, okay. And then going back to Councilmember Morrissey's question, do you have any idea what the status is of the document I got from Dubuque, I think well over a year ago, that we're supposed to be reviewing? So once we get to this point when we can start taking advantage of these cameras,
Are you talking about the traffic cameras?
no, I'm talking about the safety cameras for the
Right.
areas of
Dubuque has
Waterloo.
traffic
new ones.
cameras.
Right.
Yeah, they're traffic cameras in Dubuque.
No. Dubuque has safety cameras they've been using for years.
Well, the ones we saw when we were over there were all traffic cameras paid for by the traffic department
Okay.
and utilized essentially for traffic monitoring. However, they do have the advantage of recording roadways, intersections, sidewalks, parks, neighborhoods, and they are used in a law enforcement fashion. But they're generally run through the traffic backbone over there. Their city engineers run them. They're not run by law enforcement, although they can get the videos if they need them. We need a strong fiber backbone for that, and where that's at would be a better question for Ms. Grieco and her crew.
Okay, but in Dubuque, they've got them in parks, they've got them all over. It's not just in streets, they've used them for murders.
Yes,
They've
the
used them for
one
running
you're
people
specifically
down.
talking about was actually a street camera that looked down past a park. I was over there, I saw the whole thing from start to finish. They
The one
walked
I'm
us through
talking
it.
about is a block from a building I own.
Right,
Okay, all right.
right. It's
So I
right,
don't know if
it's
we're
on,
talking
yeah.
about the same one or not. but
Yeah, and then they
they're
have
not
some-
just in the streets, because I've been over and seen them.
Well, I don't know that any of them are used the way these
saw them in
tri-county
City Hall.
cameras are. Right,
Okay,
right. But I don't know about
Got
the
so
fiber
many
background.
cameras, I think maybe there's some confusion.
well, they,
Yeah,
yeah, they've
there's-
got thousands. And
They have a lot.
We're way behind, we should be learning from that.
But you were talking about following up with that document from.
Right,
Dubuque.
yeah, and I have no idea where that's at. I thought it got sent to the Human Rights Commission. I have no idea where it's at. I don't know who's reviewing it. So, do you know, Councilman Morrissey?
Councilman Schmidt, it's at the Human Rights Commission, and my understanding is that Director Funchess is planning to introduce that in January sometime, is my understanding.
Thank you.
From the latest conversation I
Is
had.
that
with-
something that we have all had access to?
Yes.
I think I sent it to everybody, but,
Was it before election?
well, that's what I'm not sure. Now, I mean, it was a while ago, so we can check.
Well, we'll make sure when he makes a presentation that we all have the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
documentation.
yes, Madam Chairperson, I have all those documents. I've had them for over a year now, so.
Okay, good, thank you. Mrs. Klein?
My question is about number 3. I'm wondering could you explain to me what that is, Live the Valley?
Well, Liv the Valley, I know, is the new slogan name for the Convention and Visitors Bureau. I don't know specifically what this advertising is, I think. Isn't it, Kelly, is that Live the Valley, isn't that Convention and Visitors Bureau?
Let me pull up the attachment, it might have more information there. I'm not sure offhand.
Or is it, or it could be the Alliance. The Alliance came out with a book too, and I think it's right, I think you're right. Experience Waterloo, you're right.
Is this a pre-auth, as it says on the form, or has this already been done and is,
It's a pre-authorization. I'm trying to get the attachment pulled up really quick, sorry.
because I thought I saw somewhere in there where it's already been paid by the Cedar Valley Alliance and Chamber?
If it's the Alliance, it's a book, and it might be.
And if it's
or is
already
that-
been paid, then is this truly a pre-auth, or is this something again where it's already been done?
Is,
It was paid, the original invoice was paid by the Alliance, and then the city needs to reimburse the Alliance.
So the bill just came to the city from the Alliance, but the documentation might have.
So we
been
never
earlier.
approved that expenditure at the time?
I don't remember approving it.
I have no idea.
No.
We can take that up with the mayor. At this time, the current bill is to reimburse the Alliance then, right?
I'd like to take that item and transfer it for discussion in the regular meeting.
Can we do that, Madam Clerk?
We'd be amending the agenda make an addition to the agenda. What you could do is the finance committee could table it and then take it up for discussion next week so that we can get more information.
I'd like to
And put
discuss
it
it.
back on the agenda for next week?
Yep, put it back on the finance committee for the next week,
Okay.
if you want to do that.
It-
Madam Chairperson, I don't know why we table something that we're going to have to pay anyway. I mean, this is something that we have done through the mayor's office. And, I mean, if we want to have a discussion about similar issues that may come up in the future like this, I have no problem with that. But tabling something that is a bill that we owe, to me, is not the subject. I mean, the current bill that we owe is, the subject is, is this an example of something that needs not to be done in the future? And so I would be against tabling at this point in time
Because
because
it is
we
a
owe
new
this bill.
bill that we received, and we are authorizing payment. So it is a pre-authorization. The
didn't-
product that we're reimbursing for has already been done, but
But we never authorized it to be done.
we're authorizing it to be done now. That's what we're doing now.
But then,
Madam Chairperson,
but she's being told she cannot vote against it.
Well, she's
why-
not a member of finance.
Well, that's regardless. You don't have to be a member of finance.
You can't, here, you can't vote against it if she wants to move it
She
to
could ask
the,
to have it taken off.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, because I mean, otherwise, why vote?
I just
any
would
of
like
these
to have that
things?
discussion, and I don't see why there's any emergency.
Madam Chairperson, if you look at the attachment, this is within the mayor's budget, it's taken out of the mayor's budget that he has there. He has a budget that he uses for things like this. And this is an appropriate use, I see, with that kind of money. Now, if there's going to be a discussion about, is this a post-payment versus something that should be a prepayment or listed as a prepayment, we could have that discussion, but this bill needs to be paid.
Madam Chairwoman, every item that we approve comes out of someone's budget and is perfectly normal expenditures, but yet we go through a protocol for it, and I would just like to discuss the protocol that was used in this case.
I think there might be two different things. One is paying a bill that was recently submitted to us that we do owe. That's one issue. The other is at what point do the issues come to the council and to finance? And I think that discussion certainly merits some
Madam
further
Chairwoman?
follow-up.
Actually, I think it's all tied together, because without approval from a council, are we on the hook to pay for anything?
Well, that's what the finance committee is doing right now, is authorizing the payment of a bill that was recently submitted to us, as is every other bill. You're just having an issue on timeliness and when the things come to us. And that is a whole, can be a larger discussion.
And clearly, a secondary group paid this bill on our behalf. I just see a chain of,
They paid
just would
it,
like
and now they're
clarification.
asking us.
right. Right.
But if we didn't approve it, then
Who
we would
authorized them to
reimburse
pay
them.
it? You know what I'm saying? I just want to make clear.
Let's have a discussion on timeliness of submittals. We can do that at a later date. Right now, I'm going to ask the finance committee to authorize this, take action on this item. Because we do have
I
a
would
bill.
respectfully request that we table it. However, I will yield to whatever this body decides.
And Ms. City Clerk, can a non-member request that we table an item on our agenda?
That's up to the chair.
Oh, good, thank you.
But the motion to make the tabling needs to be made and seconded by the members of the committee. So
Okay.
you can take it up if
can
you
put
want.
it
You can
in.
make the motion if you want.
I'm going to not make the motion. I am going to ask the mayor to have this discussion in a larger sense, but for right now, I'm going to ask that it be included in our actions for the pre-authorizations. So we have a motion and a second to approve the pre-authorizations. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? They are approved, and I will follow up, ask the mayor to have a discussion on timeliness of submittals. Okay. I would like someone to make motions on other committee business, please.
Jammed up here. Yeah, good. Oh, it's coming back. It's coming back. Yes, Madam Chairperson. So other committee business today, refund request in the amount of $102.38 for special assessment fees paid in error for property located at 2611 Delane Avenue. Refund request in the amount of $26.20 for yard waste services fees billed in error for property located at 1801 Plymouth Avenue. Refund request in the amount of $54.25 for garbage service fees billed in error for property located at 219 Lane Street. Refund request amount of $52.50 for garbage service fees billed in error for a property located at 1335 Jersey Lane. And lastly, a refund request in the amount of $46.55 for garbage service fees billed in error for a property located at 614 Randolph Street.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And finally, as in accounts payable dated November 19th, 2018, in the amount of $3,052,928.54, I would like to receive, place on file, and forward to the full council.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. We are adjourned. Thank you.